Hi Ajay, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How about
Oh,
you?
oh, wonderful. So Ajay, you are a faculty in very prestigious institute, ISM Dhanbad, and I'll interact with you today, and I'll record this my session with you, in which I'll be discussing about your journey. आप हम पहले पहली बार कब मिले थे, and you started your journey with ECP, and when did you graduate from your college? What your college is? तो अपना background वहां से start करें और फिर आगे हम बात करते चले जाते हैं. So over to you, Ajay now.
Okay, so thanks a lot, sir, for this interaction. And so, for the audience, my name is Ajay Bhandari. So, I graduated from University Institute of Engineering and Technology, commonly known as UIET, Punjab University, in 2013 from Department of Mechanical Engineering. And so, after graduating, I got a campus placement in Sonakoyo Steering, but I didn't join there and because I wanted to pursue higher studies. So for that, so I joined Engineers Career Point in 2014. At that time, it used to be in Panchkula sector
14.
14. 14,
Hmm.
yeah, yes.
So we are now in
So
34.
yeah, but
Hmm.
I took the gate coaching in Sector 14 campus of ECP campus, and after cracking gate, so I joined as a direct PhD student in IIT Kanpur in the
Hmm.
Department of Mechanical Engineering again.
Hmm.
So there, I did my masters as well as my
Hmm.
PhD, and I
Hmm.
graduated there from in the year 2020 when the COVID struck.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I was fortunate enough that I completed and defended my PhD just before the first wave of the COVID,
Hmm.
and I defended my thesis in Feb 2020, and I joined IIT ISM Dhanbad as a faculty in
Hmm.
April 2020. 2020, yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
So till from there till present, I am an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at IIT ISM Dhanbad.
Wonderful. So, Ajay, you are in teaching profession and that too in such a reputed institute, and UIT इस region का बहुत reputed institute है, and then you joined IIT Kanpur, one of the best institute in India. Now you are teaching there. So academic institutes में आपका I'll say long experience now since you joined UIT से लेके आज तक you are in academic institutes, and you are in teaching profession. So teaching profession के बारे में अजय क्या बोलेंगे आप? Because most of the students who may be listening to you are in the stage of making that decision for their career. बहुत सी opportunities होती हैं as you are already aware. कई opportunities हैं, कई direction में जा सकता है candidate. So you, because you are in teaching profession, so what do you want to say about the teaching profession?
Okay, so I started my academic journey, I would say, as a faculty from 2020. So I would share my teaching because your question is strictly about the teaching profession. So I'll start from 2020. So I have 5 years of experience in this area because prior to that I was a student.
Hmm.
So I can't. What experience at that time I gained are
Hmm.
actually and what perspective about teaching at that time I had, that
Hmm.
has strictly means entirely changed now as a faculty member.
Hmm.
So now for the aspiring candidates who are considering teaching to be to means take there as a full time
Career
profession.
option. Hmm. Hmm.
So I would like here to properly mention that if you are becoming a faculty in IIT, it is not just about teaching. Teaching is
Hmm.
just one part of your job.
Yes.
And if I have to give a percentage to it, so it is only, I would say, 30% of your work,
Okay.
or
Hmm.
30 to maximum 40% if you are given more lecture hours. But since IITs more concentrate on the research output, so they
Hmm.
do not burden the faculties with the more teaching load.
Hmm.
So per faculty on their HOD tries, or the head of the department tries to give you maximum one subject that can be
Okay.
a UG or a PG. So they don't
Okay.
try to burden you with the teaching load.
Hmm.
Now, the second thing is your research. So, because
Hmm.
research output is considered one of the important area for from IIT faculty members.
Hmm.
So, for the research, I would say 70% of your time goes in research. You have to
Okay.
bring projects, externally funded projects. You have to bring publications, that too in good Q1 journals. You have to
mm,
guide peer prospective PhDs and master students and further UG students as well.
mm,
So, and in addition to these, you have to you are given some administrative works as well. So some of your time goes in there as well. You get exposure to how you will develop your research labs. You get, so I would say as an academician,
mm.
it is not only limited to teaching. You get
Okay.
a very wide exposure to many things,
Mm,
right? And
mm,
same is the thing with the other colleges, like in NITs as well. What I have told, this also goes
mm,
to NITs as well. But
mm,
yeah, in some, if we go to other colleges apart from IITs and NITs, there I can say that means as an academician, you are only judged based on your teaching. Means I would say 70 to 80% of time will go in teaching rather than anything in research. But
mm,
since the time is changing, we are seeing that India now is giving more focus to research. Particularly, if I would like to aware the audience that the Department of Science and Technology nowadays is very active, and their
mm,
engineering body is ANRF, Anusandhan Research Foundation. So they are coming out with so many research calls, and they are encouraging many institutes, even private institutions, to uh, submit their proposals and delve more into research. So I would say that yeah, means the persons or the people which are students which are associated with you, if they want to are they are considering to take faculty position or considering faculty as a full time job option.
mm.
So they have to understand that teaching is just one aspect of it. You have to do research as well.
Understood. So as you very beautifully, quantified it, 30% teaching मान लो और 70% आपका बाकी research activity मान लो. That is what the teaching in IIT is all about. So Ajay, can you also tell briefly or roughly about typical day of IIT professor? कैसा होता है working day जो होता है जैसे क्या करता है IIT
Okay.
professor? As you said, one subject है और उसको पढ़ाना है. So how it goes if you
Okay.
can tell us?
Okay, so I can tell about my how my days goes. So let's start on Monday. So I have to deliver a class from 9 to 10 to and right now I'm taking a fluid mechanics subject. So that I have to teach to an undergrad class with the strength of 120 students. So I have to speak with my full capacity and explain to them the all the technical concepts of the subject. So that is a 1 hour class. And after that, if as per my timetable I have to take only one class at that day, then it's fine. Otherwise, on some other days I have to take a tutorial class as well, where I have to solve pertinent numericals related to what theory I have taught them in the prior class. So after this, then I go to my office and or my lab, which I have developed here, biofluid research lab, and I have to interact with my PhD students because I
Mm,
have to give time to them. So what I do means generally I fix 1 day of a week where all of my PhD students, they give the weekly progress seminar to me, where I basically discuss with them that what is the progress they have done in a particular week pertinent to their research topic, what
mm,
bottlenecks they are facing in their
mm,
research topics, what ways they are finding out to rectify those bottlenecks, and all these things. So
mm,
I discussed that. So some of my time goes there.
mm,
And now one of my two of my research projects are currently ongoing. So sometimes I have to spend some of my time in purchase of the equipments as well. I would not say that takes a lot of my time because most of the work is handled by the purchase department. But as an intenter of an equipment, let's say I have to purchase a workstation, so I am the intenter who is purchasing that workstation. So I have to see all the technical specifications of that equipment which I am buying. So some of the time goes there as well. So this takes my first half. Then comes the second half. So in second half, generally we have labs. on some days, not on all the days. So if I have a lab on some day, let's say on Monday, so it goes till continuously for 4 hours. So 2 to 6 I am occupied there. I am taking fluid mechanics lab, so there we have to demonstrate the experiments to the undergrad students. And if not, means if on some days I do not have the lab sessions, then I mostly concentrate on writing my publications, writing projects, or correcting the research papers of the students, discussing the potential research topics with master students. And even now, because the undergrad students, they are pretty much focused to get MS positions abroad, so they take research very seriously nowadays. So even BTech students, we have to they indulge into the research activities, and they discuss with the potential profs that what I can work on, how I can get a good master position abroad. So there also we have to guide them, and we have to tell them what topic they can pursue and how they can write a research publication in that, which can help them to get a good master's position abroad. So yeah, so that is how my entire time goes. I have divided it from 9 to 6, and after coming back, I go to gym. That is my hobby. Means
Okay.
spend some time in gym there, and once after coming back from there, I have my dinner and prepare my class for the next day.
Okay. So Ajay, wonderful. You explained. See, you were a PhD scholar in IIT Kanpur also, and now you're a professor with four PhD scholars. कैसा रिलेशन होना चाहिए एक प्रोफेसर का पीएचडी स्कॉलर्स के साथ? व्हाट डू यू थिंक नाउ? यू आर ऑन द अदर साइड ऑफ द टेबल नाउ.
Okay, so good. It's a good question actually, because when I was a PhD student, my relation with the guide was very formal. It was very formal. We had to email him first to if we have to meet him, and we didn't have a very good liberty of, let's say, calling him and asking that can I come, sir, and all these things. So we had to email him, and even we used to feel shy to directly barge into his office. So that was because in 2014 means very less people, when I entered IIT Kanpur, very few people used to do PhD actually. And even
You mean
at
direct
that time,
PhD? You mean direct
sorry,
PhD? You mean
direct
direct
PhD.
PhD? Hmm.
Direct PhD, yes. So very
Hmm.
few people used to do that,
Hmm.
and yeah. So the relation was very formal, I would say, between the student
Hmm.
and the guide, which
Hmm.
now I think has been relaxed a lot.
Hmm.
So now, since I'm on the other side of the table, so if you ask me, my relation with the students, I would say it is a mixture of formal plus informal. So in the informal thing, basically, I do not put any restriction on the student that they are not supposed to call me. They can
Hmm.
call me anytime. They can WhatsApp me anytime. They can meet me anytime in the office to discuss about their doubts.
Hmm.
And further, I have specified a particular time in a week where I will be sitting with them and
Okay.
discuss all the doubts. And
Hmm.
further, they are also welcome to discuss the doubts anytime. And
Hmm.
I try my level best that they do not face any type of problem, particularly in arranging the research resources. Like if they are doing a particular, let's say, a computational PhD, so they do not
Hmm.
feel any restriction in gathering the computational resources. So I
Okay.
make sure that I provide as a guide, this is your responsibility. So I make sure that my student has ample amount of resources available for research, so that that doesn't hamper
Okay.
his research journey.
Okay. Hmm.
So, and in the formal thing, I would say very less things are formal. That what I have kept, that I want them that, let's say if they are submitting their research paper to me to read, so I
Hmm.
want them that they make sure that they have presented their best version of research paper to me. They should not take that lightly, because
Okay.
if they take that thing lightly, they will have to face the consequences in future.
Hmm.
So that I make them very formal, that please, whatever presentations you are making, whatever seminars you are giving, or even you are attending, or whatever papers you are writing, please make them very foolproof and in a formal manner. and even
mm,
present to me in a formal manner. So that is a
mm.
formal thing, and that is the informal thing.
Hmm. Okay, so wonderful. So, Ajay, the best thing about IIT system and for that matter, any premium institute is like flexibility in the timings of work timings and all. So, as I also remember my years in IIT Delhi, flexibility in timings when you used to go to your lab and in the night also used to sit there and the campus life in the night and all. So, is this same in IIT ISM Dhanbad also? Like you can go and work in the night also. Sometime you go to your office in the night, work, feel like working late night or something. So, how it goes?
Yeah, for the students, the lab means obviously for the faculties, there is no restriction at all. They can go to the lab anytime, they can go to their office anytime, and there are no working hours to which the faculties have to stick. This is for the faculties, and for the students also, there is no restriction on the working hours that they have to be present in the lab during this time to this time. They can work in the lab anytime, and
Mm,
even in the night they can come to the lab. There is no restriction for that, so it is very
mm,
flexible system in IITs that
mm,
there is no restriction of the timings of the work.
mm,
This
okay.
I am telling for the PhD and the master students,
Yes.
so they can come to
Mm,
the lab anytime and they want,
okay.
and they can work.
Mm,
And
mm,
even obviously they can roam around in the campus also. The campus is beautiful.
mm. Yes.
So
So you told two aspect of teaching profession. One, 30% you said is teaching part, and 70% you said is a research part. There's a third dimension, if I can call it, and that is something which is required, much required in India. That is when faculties start running their own companies, Ajay, and when they become the entrepreneur. And I strongly believe that faculties in premium institute who are indulged in research and they have a lot of knowledge about their own domains, they can become the agent of this change, like breeding ground for entrepreneurship and what we call incubation center and all. So, like other developed countries in the world where professors are running couple of companies. So, it's 5 years now you have spent as faculty as assistant professor. So, Ajay, how do you see this particular role of a faculty, and what is your vision on that?
yes, it's very right actually, and I missed that point. So I would
Mm,
say that 10% of the work, 10 to 20%, it is not very right now at a very developed stage, I would say, but it is at a budding stage that many faculties are right now involving in this work as well. So I would
mm,
say 10 to 20% of the work of the faculties goes in entrepreneurship as well.
mm,
So many of the faculties, they have started their own startups, their own companies with the
mm,
help of the institute. So, for example, if I have to give an example here in my department, a particular faculty has opened a good robotics company named Aduza,
mm,
and with the it's a very good company they have made, and with the help of the incubation center of ITS and Dhanbad.
mm.
Further, this institute has its own entrepreneurship cell where they are even encouraging the faculties to give seed funding to start their own startups.
Okay. Mm,
So, yes, and further, many faculties are directly involved with the industries to do consultancy projects as well, where they bring out the industrial problem, or the industry people approach them for an academic solution or a research solution, and they take that problem as a consultancy project, which is a win-win situation for both, because the faculty can hire a particular resource person in that consultancy project, so he or she gets a job, and they give a academic solution to the industry, and their work is also done.
okay. Mm,
So
mm,
yes, so this journey is means right now developing at a very faster pace, I would say,
mm,
and many faculties are indulged in it, including me. I am also doing some things related to this as well,
mm,
particularly for the consultancy work. However, I have not started a startup like that right now, because
mm.
what I think, sometimes a startup even requires an expertise of a faculty.
Yes.
It
Mm,
takes some time to develop a startup. So what I have seen is that some mature faculties like associates and all, they have
mm,
built their own startups here.
mm.
So
Yes.
yes, so this is my viewpoint about this, that
mm, mm,
even if you take this as a career,
mm,
obviously you can land up as a good entrepreneur in a
mm.
particular area.
Because in India, entrepreneurship, the lacunas, or I'll say the challenges in entrepreneurship are like support system or stability or security. So the moment you are neck deep into your own technical domain and you are at a safe position, and moreover, legally you can become the entrepreneur and you can have your own companies and you have a lot of support system in the terms of human resource, one of the best human resources in IITs. I strongly believe that the professors can become the agent of this change, and I'm very sure it is
Yes,
gonna come very soon, Ajay. So
exactly,
now,
exactly.
at the end, I'll discuss with you about your research area. So, in which field you are working as of now? So, what is your research domain?
So my research domain, if I have to broadly specify, it is biofluid mechanics.
Hmm.
So let me bifurcate it for your audience, because the undergrads which are associated with you, they might be knowing fluid mechanics. I am sure
Yes.
of that,
Yes.
because they read it as the basic subject in mechanical engineering. So my research area is how you can apply the concepts of the fluid mechanics into the biological field. So if I have
Hmm.
to give a very simple example, so let's say all the undergrads, they do a simple problem of pipe flow in fluid mechanics, right? That
Hmm.
how the water flows in a pipe and what is the physics. But if I change the fluid, that is water to blood, and I change the pipe to a blood vessel,
Hmm.
so the concepts of the fluid mechanics remains the same, but now using that, you are furthering your understanding about how the blood flows in a blood vessel. So that is the biofluid mechanics all about. So broadly, my research area is biofluid mechanics. Now, if I have to narrow it down, in which I've done my PhD, or my PhD students further are taking that research area further. So that is computational oncology. Because now, what is computational oncology? That is the use of computational techniques through which we can understand the cancer biology. So that is my core or narrowed down research area, in which even I did my PhD, and right now my PhD students are also taking that topic further.
Hmm.
In addition to that, if I have to tell that what further we my research students do here, and how I have broadened my research area here. So it is like, for example, nasal flow mechanics is one of my research area. That is the flow mechanics through your nasal cavity, then through your windpipe, then through your lungs and all. And the important implication of this work is that how, through these techniques, we can help doctors to priorly understand about the disease prognosis. Means how doctors can take some intelligent decisions based on this work about their treatment plan pertinent to a particular patient, and how the, I would say, efficacy of a particular treatment plan can be enhanced
Hmm.
without actually performing that or executing that therapeutic plan on a patient.
Hmm.
So this is my research area, and this research area is a very hot topic right now,
Hmm.
particularly in mechanical engineering.
Okay, wonderful.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
even because your channel, Europedia Global is also there, where
Yes.
lot of students, they are
Hmm.
seeking good masters and PhD positions abroad.
Positions,
So
yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
so and since the audience will be your students only, so I would
Hmm.
like to mention here that many good universities abroad,
Hmm.
this area is quite a hot topic right now,
Hmm.
and many profs are working in this area, and they are actively seeking masters and PhDs in this particular area.
Okay, wonderful. So I believe this is also somewhere linked to microfluidic, like heat exchangers and heat, dissipation kind of things, Ajay. Like NVIDIA,
Yes.
what is working, those kind of things.
Heat exchanger, I would not link with it, but yes, how microfluidics, yes, is closely linked to biofluid mechanics. Let's say if you are developing some lab on a chip device, or
Hmm.
you are developing some small scale devices which can help in the diagnosis of a particular disease. So
Hmm.
yes, it is linked to that this area, biofluid
Okay.
mechanics.
Okay. Okay. So Ajay, now my last interaction point is related to your future, objectives. So, say 5 years down the line. So, what are the things in mind? What you want to attain, or where you think you'll be in 5 years?
If you are, so there can be two ways to answer this question. If okay, so which you want, sir, means I answer it particularly to my progress in 5 years,
So everybody
or
has certain things, some objectives, personal objectives, related to profession, obviously. So one thing is like, okay, I'll be associate professor, I'll be handling this thing. That is a pretty normal, that is fixed journey. But at the same time, as a professional, you must have thought of something like, okay, this is the technology in which I want to work. This is the lab which I want to establish. So in 5 years, this is something which I want to accomplish. Those kind of things.
okay. Okay, so first answer, which is an honest answer, and which is a more, I would say, predictable answer, that in 5 years, obviously, I will be taking my research journey forward, and I'm having some goals regarding my own progress. So that is become obviously having a promotion, having a rank of an associate professor, and getting more research funding from the government, from even from Indian government and international government, and graduating more students, and broadly means widening my research journey more.
Hmm.
Now, the second thought which I have in my mind is to develop a startup for sure. Means,
Hmm.
and that will be in the area of CFD consulting, particularly related to the medical area.
Okay.
Means, let's say if the doctors is having some problems related to patient's treatment plan, because that is my particular research area, that how we can give some patient specific solutions to the doctors. If I have to broadly explain it to the audience, so I would say in medical field, one size fits all approach doesn't work. Means one treatment plan doesn't work to all the patients,
Okay.
and that is the biggest problem doctors encounter. It may be
Hmm.
related to any disease.
Hmm.
Now, if I relate it to the cancer disease, this is a very hot problem, because in cancer, each patient is having a particular tumor microenvironment. Each patient is having a different, what you say, tissue microenvironment response to the drugs.
Hmm.
So that is why whatever treatment plan doctors give to the patients, they do not work. They
Hmm.
may work for a particular patient, they may work for other patients, they may
Hmm.
not. So my
Hmm.
long term plan is to and that is what is my recent I have got a project from ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, and that is
Okay.
my long term project as well, to deliver them a software or a
Hmm.
GUI, graphical user interface, that can help the doctors to plan their treatment process
Okay.
priorly,
Hmm.
before they administer to the patient. Means in the software they can see that if they administer this
Hmm.
treatment plan to
Okay.
this patient,
Hmm.
how that patient gonna respond in the future to that particular treatment plan. So this will
Wonderful.
save a lot of lives of the patients, cancer patients,
Hmm.
that may prolong their survival journey as well. And
Hmm.
yes, so this is my long term goal.
Hmm.
And obviously, if I am successful for that, in delivering them the software, so I can start that as my startup journey by providing the easy access of this software to all the doctors of India,
Hmm. Hmm.
through which they can
Hmm.
optimize their treatment planning. Currently, I am working for this with the AIMS Delhi and Fortis Gurugram.
Hmm.
All the chief neurologists and oncologists of that are involved with me on this project.
Hmm.
And I am also working with the AIMS in this area, which is AIMS Diogad. The director
Okay.
of that also is involved in this project. So
Okay.
right now, for the medical tie-ups, I have these two institutions with me. Yeah, so that is
Okay.
my long-term goal, that how I can
Wonderful.
help the
Hmm.
doctors through the
Hmm.
knowledge which I have gained as a mechanical engineer.
Wonderful, Ajay, and I wish you all the very best for this, venture which you want to proceed forward, because this is much needed, I believe, and I'm sure you will attain it. It may not be that long also for you, and maybe after 5 years when I pop up, you are already running successful venture. So that is how it is.
Thank you,
So
sir.
thanks a lot,
Yeah.
Ajay, for your time, and I wish you all the very best for all these things. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.